Okay guys, quick video showing a watch list for Thursday from GreatStockPicks.com. I didn't put one out on Sunday, I apologize, so I know they're a little bit random. We have a different watch list every night, but at least once a week I try to put out a watch list in video format. And here's a few with notes, and I'll have a few without. But CTRX, what is this, 5, 6, 7 days in a row down to retesting the breakout area over this long kind of consolidation here where it broke out. Retesting, plus you have a trend line. It's getting close to, so this is on Bounce Watch for Thursday, CTRX. AFFY had to use 60-minute candles here because on the daily chart, which I might, if I remember, I'll show you in a little bit, the daily chart, you had a huge gap down, and then you had this big rally. These are 60-minute candles, and now you've got a flag forming, but the daily chart is hard to see, so I had to zoom in here. We get up above this flag, this could get another nice move. I mean, this was from just roughly $2.30 to $4, I think, in one day. It's a huge percentage gain, and it's kind of grinding lower volume. So back up above, I don't know, maybe in the 310, 315 area. This one could have a nice move to the upside. So AFFY on watch. And FIO, again, 60-minute candles. You had a big sell-off back here. You kind of have an inverse head and shoulders. You can also kind of blur your vision and see a cup and handle here. Up over this, up into the 1760s. This could get a quick move to 18, and above 18 could get a nice move. There's a lot of shorts in this one, so keep your eyes on FIO as well. Let's see what else we have here. A few others to show. HFC. Now, the refiners have been getting beat up. They were the strongest group on the planet, and they've been getting beat up. So you had a couple lows recently on HFC, and it's gotten there over the course of a week now. So this is on Bounce Watch. You could probably pick any refiner. That's why I had TSO up there. But HFC is the one I've chosen to watch as a possible bounce. Akamai, AKAM, 4 or 5 days down in a row to near recent lows from the gap down day. So this one is on Bounce Watch. I'd like to see it hit 34 and then bounce, but still on Bounce Watch. For Thursday, PAY, a weird looking chart here. You had the huge gap down, a base, then a gap up, then a flag, then another gap up. But since this gap up, you have 2 red days and coming back down near the 8-day moving average. So this one's back on Bounce Watch, PAY. Keep your eyes on that one. Zynga, ZNGA. You had a breakout on nice volume a couple days ago, and it's come all the way back down to retest the breakout area. ZNGA back on Bounce Watch. Again, these bounce plays are only entered in the chat room on an intraday basis if we get a proper setup. I can show you one in just a little bit here in Pandora from today. And then BlackBerry deserves to be on watch. We had a big trade in this one thanks to Big Al in our chat room today. But this one deserves, with this kind of volume, deserves to be on a long watch. And a couple things I said I was going to show. AFFY, see there's the daily. I showed you 60-minute candle, so you really have to zoom in to see it. But this one, after this massive move, which doesn't look massive because of the huge gap down, deserves to be on that on watch. And then I was going to show you a Pandora was kind of a bounce play, the letter P. You had in the chat room today, and I forgot to include it in the wrap-up video, so I'll include it here. But it's an example of how we might call a bounce play on an intraday basis. Pandora had a gap up, and after the gap up, that was a few days ago, then a couple kind of narrow days, and then on an intraday basis today, you had you had the early high. This was the opening 5-minute candle right here. So there's the 10-minute high right there. Kind of had a little cup and handle. And you had this tight base right here with the high of day still to the left. That's the kind of setup I like for any of those bounce plays I just showed you on an intraday basis. And when Pandora looked like this in chat today, I said if this gets up through 14, probably takes out the high of the day and gives a nice move. Okay, and you can see what happened here. There's a move through 14 through the high of the day, and we got a really nice move. So Pandora is a good example of what I look for on an intraday basis on any one of these stocks I just showed you that we have on Bounce Watch. So as always, we're going to add other ideas in the pre-market and as volume plays unfold, like BlackBerry today. If you watch the wrap-up video, I caught this in the 1450s thanks to Big Al. This is an example of something that on an intraday basis we might find even though we didn't have it on watch. Thanks to Big Al's news post, I was able to get in BlackBerry right there and man, it was off to the races in the 1450s, and look at that, it went straight to 1560 something, and I think up into the 16s in after hours. So there's an example of a non-charting entry that just had to do with news. But so anyway, we may trade any or all of the charts I showed you tomorrow. We may trade none of them and trade something like a BlackBerry instead. It all depends on how the day unfolds. We take it on a moment-to-moment basis and look for the low-risk plays. All right, I'm going to quit babbling, and there's a watch list for tomorrow, and we'll see you later.